Solving proportions with number chips. This is the basketball version. And this is a digital lesson. All of the instructions are on slide 2. Students are going to start on slide 3. So they're going to be moving these number chips into the correct place to create proportions, equivalent ratios. So on these first 2 slides, they're going to be scaling up or scaling down to find the missing number. So here we know we have to multiply times 4. So this number has to be a 4. So they're going to look at the bottom here. They have 2 4s. It doesn't matter which one they choose. And they're going to click and hold on the edge and then move it into place to create their proportion. Now here, they're going to be scaling down by dividing by 5. That would make this a 7. And then here, they're going to be dividing by 4, and so on. So every slide has every number that they need. If they get to the end and the numbers aren't working, then they know they've made an error somewhere and they need to go back and check. So in that way, it's self-checking. They're going to do the same thing on the next slide. And you notice that each one of these has a letter underneath. So they're going to be using these letters on the very last slide in order to solve a riddle. Now, when they get to slide 5, they can no longer scale up or scale down. They're going to have to use means and extremes or cross multiplication. So what that means is that these numbers diagonally are going to have the same product. So 8 times 5 is 40. That means 20 times 2 would also be 40. 9 times 4 is 36. So 12 times 3 is 36, and so on. They're going to do the same thing on slide 6. When they get to slide 7, they've got 2 proportional tables, and they have to determine whether they're proportional. They may or may not be. So if the table's proportional, and here they can see that what they do to their x value is to multiply times 5, and that works with every ratio, so that would make it a proportional table. So they're going to highlight the yes. They're going to come up here to the fill color feature, pick a color, and highlight yes. They've got 3 more tables to determine whether they're proportional. And then on the very last slide, you've got a basketball riddle. Why did the referee get fired from the NBA? And to solve the riddle, they have to go back through the previous slides and find these number chips. So it has to be the same number, same color. So for example, we have a red 7 here. So we go back through the previous slides. We find the red 7. We're going to move it over, and there's an E underneath. So we're going to type in an E under the red 7. And they're going to do the same thing with the others. And if they do it correctly, if all of these are correct, it will solve the riddle. And then the final slide, they get a great job. So this is the basketball version of solving proportions with number chips.